this setup. Actually, let me tweet this out. 2 seconds. I'm going live. I got my background up with the bank vault, and I just did a video all about bank stocks. So you guys will have to check that out with Angela Miles. But I wanted to do a live as well to really talk to everyone about how safe your money is in the banks, right? Some people might take this for granted. So let me just do a quick tweet. Join me live. Let's talk stocks, banks, cryptos. Oh, maybe I should do it with the hashtags. And let's talk silver too, right? Let's give silver some love. Love for silver. All right. I know, impromptu live stream today. All right, get that up. Let me get this over here with the chat so that I can share with you guys. Wrong video, that was earlier today. Let's go to right now. Let's do this. All right, live right now. How safe is your money? Hi, Terry. Hello, hello. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put my chat, I can pop it out and put it, let's make sure that it's not going, okay, beautiful. All right, so you like my background there, Terry? Here we go. Let's put the chat over here like this, like this, like this, like this, and I can make the chat right here. All right. Let me flip the screen because I really wanted to talk about banking stuff because this has been on the forefront of my thoughts recently. There we go. So we can see right now the SPY. Is this doing anything pretty? No, right? This is tearing down to the downward side and likely will continue. We have interest rates that should be going up based on inflation. CPI numbers are increasing. That means that inflation is still raging out of control. So I really wanted to bring your attention to FDIC. What is covered, right? This is something that you are going to want to check out as a consumer. What is really covered? How much are you covered? FDIC about right here. About it, right? We don't want to know about that, but as a bank holder, let's see, FDIC, let's try FDIC Wikipedia. Maybe that's going to be better. Right? What happens, here we go, if the banks go bankrupt, right? What happens if people don't start paying on their loans? Like in 2008, we saw some banks starting to go under. You've seen that Bank of America and Wells Fargo are closing out some accounts. So if they're closing out accounts, what's going on with your money, right? When you put your money into the bank, you actually are giving your money to them to put on their balance sheet, right? And if you were to go to the bank and try to take out all of your money all at once, they're gonna go, oh, hold on a second. If you wanna take out all your money, you're gonna have to wait, 7-10 days, because we're gonna have to order it for you, because we don't have it here in the branch. As of March of 2020, the Federal Reserve requirements for deposits was a big fat old goose egg. So with your deposits, you need to be aware of all of this, right? You need to be aware that each ownership category of a depositor's money is insured separately up to the insurance limit and separately at each bank. Thus, a depositor with $250,000 in each of 3 ownership categories at each of 2 banks would have 6 different insurance limits of $250,000. for the total value of 1.5 million. So what's covered, right? 250,000 per ownership category, right? So single account, 250,000 for the US. The retirement accounts up to 250,000. Now, what happens if that retirement account is in stocks and the stock market crashes? Are you covered when it's in stocks? No, right? Are you covered if you have silver at home, that you've converted your capital into silver? Yeah. Maybe in a personal bank vault, right? Let's spin the dial. No, just kidding. So you want to really be aware of what is covered, right? What is covered? Employee benefit accounts, right? But if it's in cash, if you have stocks that go to zero, then what's going to happen, right? It doesn't say brokerage accounts here, does it? As traders, we need to be aware of this. We need to be aware of the insurance on our capital. Let's do CDIC for Canada. This one's easier to understand. It's the same type of scenario, but CDIC here tells you everybody that is covered with CDIC, but I want to know the specifics, right? Let's get to the specifics. Your coverage, ding, protecting your deposits, ding. Let's see, right? What's covered? Savings and checkings accounts, GICs, that would be certificates of deposits in the States, money orders and bank drafts. Certified checks, foreign currency is covered. Look at that, foreign currency up to 250,000. Excuse me, Canada is 100,000, right? 100,000, 100,000, 100,000, 100,000. So you can have it in different styles of accounts. You could diversify in a branch and it's still covered. This could play out to be quite important coming up with all of the talk about central bank digital currencies around the world. Also the ISO 20022, which is talking about going digital. It's the new digital messaging system for banks around the world, due to go into implementation November 2022. We're talking 2 months away, right? So being aware of your capital being protected is quite important, right? We're talking about just capital that's in a bank. If you have it in, say, a home vault, how's it protected? It's protected by you, right? So if you have currency that you're going to convert, then it could end up exploding in value if you had currency, or if you had silver, metal, right? We know that the silver has had a deficit in the past couple weeks. Let me pull this up on my Twitter. Let me shut that down. Let's go over here. Let me grab it really. And it made me think, really, we all need to be prepared, right? We're all, oh, and what about this? How about this? Has anyone seen this? Look at this down here at the bottom. I was returning something at Marshall's in Canada. Okay, location finder on the transaction. This is for the tap. And what is this for? Is this for digital currencies? Is this so we can pay with crypto? Takes a picture of the QR code, or we make a payment to that QR code right there? I don't know. If anyone works Verifone installing these and understands what this is, please put it in the chat below, because this is something that's brand new. They said these were 2 weeks old, right? Okay, I don't know how to get out of stocks for my retirement account. I changed it to BlackRock, silver, gold, funds but can stay out of the market, it will not allow me to. What about, Johnny, can you just sell it for cash? And then, or you are in Sweden, right? Let's see. Swedish retirement accounts. And I'm going to come back to silver because I need to find that for you guys. I might very quickly send the images from my phone. I think I have them on photos on my phone. Maybe I'll send it here. Bear with me 2 seconds. Okay, retirement pension in Sweden, Nordic. You can take all the pension. Hold on, no. But you might be able to, let's go here. Let's do Swedish silver retirement rollover. And you're in the country. If you want to go into, here we go. What is this silver IRA rollover? Swedish silver. If you want to roll over your retirement accounts, I would dig into, can you roll it into, like in the US, you can. Silver IRA rollover, right? You can roll over your money into physical metals. So is there something like that for Sweden, right? Let me see. I totally want to find these images. I think they're on my phone. Oh, look, Carl is willing to, I think there were images I took, screenshots maybe on my phone that I can send over. It's a thought, right? I don't know. Yes, they're on my phone. Okay. I'm just going to do this really quickly. I'm going to email it to myself with another image. Hold on. Let me go back, and then we'll open them up and show you guys. Oh, what's this guy's name? Hold on. I can do it like this. Let's go to Mike Say 98 on Twitter. Shout out to Mike Say 98. There we go. So this is the guy, right? When we're talking about what's going on with gold and silver, right? Here are gold withdrawals that are happening. Total vault totals is, it went down, right? 3,000. Open interest, it's down, the contracts. Eligible unwarranted metal that can be moved to registered, 26,000. How about silver? Silver is dropping, right? The vault totals are dropping. This is 20 hours ago. I think this is from goldchartsrus.com. So let's try going there. Goldchartsrus.com. Whoops. .com. All right, here we go. Live spot gold, gold charts. We want to check out the silver charts. Maybe they have silvercharts.com. Silver, right? Report date is 1 day ahead of actual activity. Let's come back over. If you guys see where I'm looking at, charts are us, McLaird's free charts, gold charts are us, advertise here. Nope. I want to see silver, because even though it's gold, I want to know what's going on with silver, because silver stores, they've said, are much higher, and yet they have manipulated, maybe it's this one, they have manipulated the silver more, right? So here we have the silver futures. It's been moving up March 4th. Okay, that's really old. What about silver? We want to look at silver. How much time to take by Dogecoin? We'll look at Dogecoin as well and see. But really, silver, physical metals, like when we go back to the beginning of all of this, when I'm talking about bank protection, metals, if all of the currency, if we go digital, all the currency disappears, right? We just go to a digital, whatever your local currency is. What is going to retain value? Likely physical assets. Metals over time have always had value. And when we think about that, okay, free resources page, silver. I want to see silver. Kits, gold. Maybe he has a paid resource. Yeah, probably. Applied barons. Okay, yeah, I don't need that. So we'll go back over here. So when we look at this, the vault totals, 322 million, that's 20 hours ago. How much is here? 322 million. Look at how much they took out. 2 million on the 13th of September. Massive withdrawals. Massive, right? The lowest vault total since July of 2020. Registered total is still at lowest level since February of 2018. Open interest is now equal to 212% of all the vaulted silver. 14,000 of registered silver. There's not enough of these contracts. Excuse me. The contracts are futures contracts saying on this date, I want a delivery of this silver, right? So say that date is December 2022. There's 136,000 contracts open. Well, if they at any point in time, they could say, we could go ahead, we want our delivery. Thank you, we want to go ahead and execute our delivery, right? It's a contract. I could be wrong on that. Options you can execute at any time, futures you might not be able to. So I don't trade futures, so that could be completely wrong. I will say that. But they are contracts for silver to be delivered. There is 1,400% of registered silver being requested. What's going to happen if all of those people request the silver to be delivered? What's going to happen? What do you guys think is going to happen? You think that maybe the price is going to go up and quite dramatically, and it's going to have a silver squeeze? Small likelihood, right? What happens if all of the currencies go back to a gold standard like we've seen with Russia, China, Brazil, India has also gone back to a gold backed currency, Zimbabwe, Barbados, right? They are going to explode in value. Did you know that the #1 place for the Olympics used to be a silver coin instead of gold? And then at some point they flipped it. Once everything started to be valued in gold by the US dollar, which is now being usurped by BRICS, right? Russia, Brazil, China, India, South Africa, more and more countries. Germany is looking to add on, Turkey, Saudi Arabia. All of these countries saying, nope, we are willing to deal in gold or in our own local currency, which is valued at gold. Bye-bye USD, right? So be aware that these changes are all happening. How can you protect your capital? In my opinion, cash, metals, and then yes, some currency. So let's, as far as digital currencies, let's look at Dogecoin. I want to touch on as well the SPY weekly chart, right? Let's look at a monthly chart. I'm going to get rid of this one because I don't need this anymore. And this one, yeah, I don't need that anymore. That's fine. So we'll clean it up a bit here. So we have this line, this purple line, that when we look at it on the monthly chart, right? This was the peak of 2018, peak of 2020, right here in November. So, classic technical analysis. You break down below a trend line. You bounce up to that trend line. Second test. If it sells off, that is the lower risk entry for a short. Did we have a sell-off right there? You bet. This month we had a sell-off. Now, if we go below the body of last month, 376.45, right here, closed 376.56. There we go. I think we're headed for a further move down in this market. Now we do have this downward trend here. We do have a nice little gap down 360, 349. I don't know why I still have my pivots and everything on. We could come down here. This was a resistance that was set up from this support back in 2001 to 2007, right? Biggest volume was during the bank crisis back in 2008. Do you remember that? If you're a trader that's newer to the market, you might not remember what was going on. There were a lot of banks that were being bought out, which we could see. We've had a crazy rise, crazy angle of attack for the increase over the past couple of weeks. I don't have a crystal ball, Terry, but you know, if we were to go down to the low back there, which we tested in 2020, hey, maybe we're going to come down here to the 161 exponential moving average of 260 on the SPY. My thoughts are, hey, put some money in cash, grow some interest on CDs or GICs that are protected by the banks. Do not over exceed the bank protection. Put some into physical assets. That's what I have done, thinking, hey, okay, great. Not everybody trades to the short side. Some people are only long bias traders. And cash is a great protection for a long bias trader, right? Again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is my own personal opinion. Oops, excuse me. Please do what you will with the information. It's just what I'm seeing and where I think this could go. And I don't want people to be burned. And I would like people to be able to make some growth, like silver could potentially grow. Let's look at the silver. Don't worry, I will get to cryptos as well. Let's look at the silver chart. Oh, look, we hit the 200 EMA on silver. This downward trend, yeah, we are below it right at the moment. But should we break above 20 on the silver futures? There's a great chance we're going to come back up here and test 25. That's 25% gains, right? Uh-oh, well, maybe we break that too and we head on up here and test this trend line. That's 30%. That's 50% gains. Maybe we go even higher, right? Maybe we come on up to 35. Over here, let's do another trend line. Actually, let's throw this one on there. Yeah. I mean, it can't hurt to build diversification, in my opinion, right? I'm a shorter term trader, but I'm looking at the bigger picture. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. All compliments are good, right? So how much could this grow? Now, what if, let's go US debt clock. It'll probably correct it for me. Here we go. This is good all the way down here. Gold and precious metals, right? So here are the holdings by ounce, but what if these numbers were not really true? Look at the production, but what is the use too? Like, we don't see the use. Here's the reserves, but what's the use? We don't see the rate of use. Let's see if we can find that anywhere. Rate of silver being used annually. I am, yeah. Gold and silver demand. Okay, here we go. This is good. Statista. Okay, allow. All right, so what is our total demand? This is in millions of ounces, right? This is millions of ounces. So for 2021, it was millions of ounces. So that would be 1 billion, 49 million ounces. So we're using 1 billion a year. So in 17 years, where's the silver gone? Silver is used very heavily. How about gold? Gold use annually. It will be down in the chat after. I'll put, or down in the description, I'll put it down below. So gold consumption. How much gold do we use? Do for free. Oh, really? You won't give it to me? You won't give me the... Okay. In metric tons. They want to use tons instead of ounces. Looks like 250, but I don't know what year. Let's go back this way. Gold Demand World Council. Here, this looks better. Come on, give us a chart. We're traders, we like charts. Gold supply, mining, production, use, market structure and flow. Here we go. Download central banks, jewelry, bar, technology. Only 9% in technology. Interesting, right? Gold trading over the counter and in exchanges. Trading volumes. I don't want trading volumes. I want use, right? What's the total amount used? Annual demand, 4,282 tons. I have no idea what the ounce is. Let's do this. Hey, Google, what is the conversion of 1,049,000,000 ounces to tons?
1,049,000,000 ounces is equal to 32,781.25 U.S. tons.
So 32,000 tons. What is this measured in? Ounces. So it looks like silver could very easily move to the upside, right? Very easily when we're using 1 billion a year and world precious metals production, we're producing we're producing 60% of what we use a year. That means that the reserves are depleting 40% annually. Right? 40% of, okay, so 400,000. We're depleting this 400,000, 400 million. So let's pull up the calculator. I don't know where my calculator went. There we go. Let's do it up here. So we have 17,012,490. We'll just do 00 divided by 400. 123, 123. 400 million. Okay, so 42 years. Okay, the terminal displays a QR code generated by the application. If the payment is successful, proceed to the next step. Do you have a link on that, Johnny? Yeah, let's see. Verifone QR code payment. There we go. QR payment, global, here we go. QR payment is a contactless payment. Oh, okay. Idle screen, enter sale amount, tip, entry, credit card, card entry, choose QR payment method. Looks like they're setting up for, it looks like that's perfect setup. I'm gonna go back to that image for digital payments at stores. All right, I'm gonna say it now. We're going digital. I've said it actually since March of last year, but we are going digital. And a little bit more of the proof is right here, right? Right here. The QR payment on an ATM machine. Paying attention to little things will get you places, right? So that leads us into the cryptos, right? I've talked about this before. ISO 20022.org, right here. Messaging system. This is the new standard that's going to be going into effect November of 2022. And there are 5 real cryptos that I have paid attention to. Why there is elements in there. I'm talking about the fact that silver I was talking about banks, protection of your money in banks, and then how you can protect your capital should the market go to the toilet. And yes, well, I know that when I do payments from my XLM wallets, that you can generate a QR code. So with the ISO, right, this is where ISO 20022 is going to take over for SWIFT. Why? SWIFT is owned by the G7 people. ISO 2022 is the new fast technology, instantaneous. PayPal already uses it. MoneyGram already uses it. So let's look at them, right? These are the ones that, in my opinion, are already approved for it. XRP, right? You guys have heard all about XRP. I should put ISO on there too. Ripple, right here, ripple.org. Except they've changed their website, but let's look at their partners, customers, their current partners, customer case studies. Let's see, Money Match, Santander. Oh, it's on my other computer. I don't have the image of all the different companies that are their partners. Do they have partners? Compliance, RippleNet, Press Center, developers. They've redone their website, so pardon me while I look at it. Customer overview. View all case studies. No, it just brings us to case studies. But we've got Santander on there. We've got Bank of America. We have Indus Bank. We have a whole bunch that are partners with Ripple. Then you go to Stellar.org, I think, as well. Yeah, and we go learn, partners, and projects and partners. View projects and partners. MoneyGram. One of the easiest ways to put money into crypto is take your cash to MoneyGram and you can transfer it over into XLM using LOBSTR, right? Those are one of the onboarding companies, LOBSTR, but you have all of these that are partners. Bancambios Pay, right? Binance is a partner. They're an on-ramp. So the way that Stellar is set up is they have two main parts of their software. They have an onboarding to get fiat or currency into the system, and then they have the network nodes in which it transfers. But we've got Bitfinex as well. Blockchain, they've got so many different ones. Lots of different partners here. Crypto.com is one of their partners. We also have Gate.io, Galactic Bot. They have so many different ones. You're able to use it as is it a widget or an app on your website to take payments in digital currency. So there's so many there. So those are the, in my opinion, top two, right? Then there's XDC. This is set up as Zinfin, sorry. This is set up as a financial one for financial transactions such as derivatives, right? They're looking at using this. Hey, look, ISO 2022 messaging standards. I don't know about Ravencoin Monster. I have done my own personal research on XRP, XLM, XDC, IOTA, and Algo. So those are the ones that I feel comfortable. I believe Cardano is also going to be part of the ISO 20022. In fact, when we go to Wikipedia, when we look at Wikipedia right here, it also gives you a bit of a heads up of the coins that have already, oh, maybe they edited it. edited it. Yeah, because it had them right here. Let's go back and see if we can go back into the edits of the page. Learn to edit recent changes. Here we go. It will tell us when they changed it. Oh, this doesn't have recent. It does. But it had the, it used to say XRP, XLM, or excuse me, Ripple, Cardano. And so it was right here, actually. ISO 2022 is completely different. But ISO is international standard, like operating standard. So this is going to be a global standard as of November, right? So in my opinion, it's great to be educated. Let's look at Dogecoin. So Dogecoin right now, I have a paper trade when I was educating people on paper trading here. That is down now, but I will hold on to it longer term. So when we look at it on the month, right? If we look at the chart, let's look at a 24-hour chart for Doge. Right now we are in a bit of an upward trend. Let's see, that's pretty much a flat line right there, but we're testing a trend line right now. So if this holds, amazing, in my opinion, low price entry for this to continue to move up. And it was a, this was, let's zoom in here. It was a resistance, it looks like. Yeah, look, it was a resistance. And then once it broke out, boom, it shot up, right? So when we come to where we are now, are we just below it? Let's zoom in. Looks like we might be just below it. Yeah, we're just below it right now. I'd watch to see what actually today's candlestick does as to where this is going to go, right? XRP, here is my lower trend line. Could go down, it could drop all the way down even further. Like maybe it's gonna come all the way down here to 21. That's this trend line here. It might come down to 21. In my opinion, dollar cost averaging in is not a bad thing on this, as there's also another cool video, totally giving shout outs to other people today. Let me grab it. I will play it for you all, of the glitch, right? It is a glitch. I'm willing to say it's a total glitch, but this is very cool. So let me turn up the volume here. Hold on. Pause. Let's turn on the volume for Ripple and play.
Guys, it's your boy XRP Sharingan. I open up my Nano Ledger as
right here, 190,000 is what was the exchange rate.
Around with my Nano Ledger, I just want to see the exchange rate because I want to swap it, right? Look at what I got here. I tried 154 but because it was the exchange rate just now. But look here, 1 XRP is equivalent to this much.
190,959,025 each. Granted, that's a glitch, right? But he did it again with USDC coin. I'll pardon you guys the watching it. And again, the same thing. 190,959,025 USDC. So if XRP continues and goes to that crazy amount from 32 cents, you've created generational wealth, right? Even if it goes to 100 from 32, you've created generational wealth. So any other questions, any other stocks you guys want to check out? I just wanted to do a little bank update and say, hey, you know, be aware of the bank insurance, be aware of what's covered in your brokerage account, be aware of what is covered in your bank account, be aware of the quick use of silver. And in 42 years, according to the math of what we did earlier, it's going to disappear. So when we see that there's limited supply, sorry, I hit the mic again. When we see that there is limited supply, what happens to the price? It goes up. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Have an amazing weekend. I might go live from California this weekend. We shall see. I might go live from my phone. So have a great weekend. I will likely speak with you all on Tuesday. All right. Have a good one. Bye.